All right, gang. Welcome to our grading reveal video. A little bit of a different setup today. We're in the process of maybe making a new studio area for this stuff. We'll see.
Potentially.
And so we're going to go through all the cards we went through in our last video where we guessed the grade, and we're going to show you guys everything that came back from PSA. We ended up going with PSA, not with Beckett.
Yep. Business decision.
Couple different reasons. Also, in between filming that video and submitting, there was a couple months where we made some trades. So we actually don't have every single card in that video going to be shown today.
And some of them weren't worth grading.
Just the one. So there was one card that a friend of ours who does kind of like grading more consistently, he's like, don't waste money on this, and he kind of threw it away. So you're not going to see the Surfer Stitch get graded. Yeah. And then also there's like 2 or 3 cards in there that just ended up getting traded away before we could get it submitted. So this is like 90% of the cards we said we were going to submit.
Yeah.
And a couple bonuses in there for you after.
Absolutely. Enjoy the video and let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Continue.
Let's keep going. So this is our misprint Ursula's foil card here. Misprint. That could be huge.
Could be big.
And looking at the back,
that PSA
here,
10.
Centering looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit lighter on this side, a little thicker on this side, but it's pretty close. And not really seeing any scratches or anything. Card looks good condition. All right. I think that one's, as far as I can tell, top notch.
Okay, so at a closer look, the corners are not too bad. They're not perfectly rounded, as you can see there.
It's just so funny to sit here.
Cut. Edges are looking good. It doesn't look like there's too much damage on the card. I'm gonna be in, I'll give my guess first this time. I'm gonna say 8.5 again.
I think that one is a solid 9.
Okay, Patrick's in at 8.5. Jason's at a 9. 8.5.
9.
I had no faith.
Oh man. Okay.
The cards are in.
The cards are in. Here we go. Ursula misprint. Boom.
We got a PSA 10.
Whoa.
And that means both of us were wrong, but Jason was closer.
All right, 1 point for Jason. Put it on the board.
Okay, we'll put it on the board. We're going to start playing that game. And as you guys are looking at these cards here on your screen, you can see that this is in pristine condition, and I don't know how we didn't see it.
I'm excited, too, because, this is probably, of the Lorcana foils, the card I'm most excited to own. Foil, misprint, 10, put it in the vault. 30 years from now, who knows?
I love it. Let's get on to the next card.
Yeah.
Tisha, this is?
This Enchanted one we actually pulled in a pack battle early days and was one of our first videos to blow up. So
that's going to be linked right here.
She's a little special to us. Centering looks decent. Not too bad on the back there. Much harder to tell with the full card on the front there, centering, things like of that nature.
Could you imagine a PSA 10?
Looking at this bell,
I
could imagine a couple of PSA 10s. Any imperfections along the actual card itself, and that centering looks pretty good. Okay, I think it's sitting at
the
centering tool.
Yeah, just
after $700 now, not 9.
We do have a centering
so it's come
tool,
down a little.
and we will be looking at every single card that is submitted. I think the easiest thing to check is centering, and we will not submit a card that centering is not perfect. Wow, look at those corners. Perfectly rounded.
When you're criticizing the other cards, sometimes it feels like you're being a little nitpicky, but then you see a perfect corner and you're like, oh no, this is clearly what he's looking for.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. All the corners are good. Oh, those edges look good too.
Is there a first shot at a 10?
Oh, there's a little scuff right there.
It could just be the sleeve.
Oh, that might have been just the sleeve. It came off.
Oh, okay. Oh, I had me nervous there for a second.
Okay, give your guess first.
I'm going to say 10.
I think it's a 10.
Oh, that would be so exciting.
A 10 bell. What do you guys think? Let us... We guessed a 10.
We did guess a 10.
And what did we get?
Well, that's a PSA 10.
Oh, like we didn't spoil it during the video.
A little bit of a story time, though.
Okay.
In between, here, I'll have you hold that.
Okay.
In between videos, we actually traded for a second bell, which we sent to get graded. That also came back a PSA 10.
Well, as you guys are taking a look at this beautiful bell on our spinning wheel of greatness that we just started doing, it's pretty exciting getting a 10 and obviously guessing it. I think we both get a point there because we both said 10.
Yeah, that's full marks.
So it's 2-1 for Jason.
All right, yeah, I'll take that.
And let's look at the next one.
All right. Next up is Mickey, also from Lorcana. And let's get right into it. We'll check in the back for the centering because really that's all we have to go off of. And that looks decent. Maybe this side's just a hair thicker, but I mean, it's pretty close. And then looking at the surface, not seeing any scratches that are It's got to
sticking
come back
out
a 10
or
or we're in trouble.
print lines or anything
Nothing,
like that.
no.
We got this.
Looks pretty good so far.
Okay. Get the zoomed in look. Wow.
That's a perfect
corner number 1, perfect. Corner number 2, perfect. Corner number 3, I say that's as close to perfect as it could be. Oh, if that's just on the... Oh, that's on the card. That might be a scuff on the card. No, it's not.
It's always on the
It's not.
sleeve. It's in the sleeve.
Just the sleeve.
Very careful. So careful right now. Be so careful.
Okay. I mean...
I'm going to put that one at a 9.5.
I'm going to put this at another 10. Our second
Whoa! 2 10s.
10. 2 10s.
A brave choice here. All right, let's see what we got.
I locked in a 10.
And it is a PSA 10
Whoa!
Mickey Artful Rogue.
Oh, man. I get another point. It was those 4 perfect corners. I knew it to be true. There is a PSA 10 Green Mickey. We're all tied up 2-2.
Artful Rogue. And we're 100% on these enchanted so far.
I mean, that's not bad either. We like to, hey, you guys see us opening these cards. We take care of them. And only I have ever dropped 1 card.
We'll get to that later.
All right, let's move on to the next card.
All right, our first Magic card.
Oh, hello. I think I pulled that one.
If you've been watching the channel for a little bit, So you would have good. seen this
Even from here, it
looks
looks
so
so
good. I
good.
love that
bad
card
boy
coming out. Couldn't be happier about that. And you know, I set one of the goals for the year for me was to set was for us to pull serialized card. Oh no! Look at the back. You can clearly see this side thicker than that side. The back cut isn't great.
Mm-hmm.
The back cut, the top.
Look
to
at the
bottom's
top.
not
No, top to bottom is still
No, top to bottom I think is okay.
okay.
I don't think it's too bad. Top to bottom, but that side to side on the back here, that could be a problem. I'm not sure how that'll rate up versus the middle cut, which the centering here looks decent.
Interesting. It's interesting how that happens.
Interesting. So it's not perfect for
What
sure.
about the bend in the card? Do you think that's gonna have any effect on the grade?
Standard for all Magic cards. It's basically just accepted as part of the
Okay.
game now. Not look. So we're just gonna move the light across.
And
it.
that must be the foiling that they use. So because if they went with the holographic, maybe it wouldn't bend as much.
I think not. Okay. You know what? That card looks pretty good.
Okay, let's take a closer look at some of these corners here. Yep, that looks good. The edge
I love the
on
zoom in
top look
angle,
good.
the
So
second shot.
corner looks good.
I wish you gave your
Okay,
grade after
I
you
don't
looked at it.
see any problems
You
with
gotta
this
see that you
card.
gotta know the corners.
Just scan to
That's
the
your
back.
job.
I think that's just on the penny sleeve again. Okay, I'll take my guess first. A serialized card, 357 of 500. Godless Shrine. It's gonna get a 10.
Whoa. 9.5.
I don't think that centering on the back is as big of a deal as you think.
I think 9.5.
Okay,
It's just not. It's so close to perfect, but it's just not perfect.
we have our guesses.
Here it goes. Moving on to Pokemon for the first time.
Okay.
Did I guess a 10?
Did you guess a 10?
I guessed the 10?
Do you want to reveal what we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, a PSA 10!
Boom! PSA 10 again.
Boom! On a serialized Magic card.
What a hit.
I mean, also I go up one. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
3-2, but that was a really good feeling. Just pulling the serialized card was incredible. Obviously, it's only a serialized card we have pulled, and it was just a really good feeling. I think getting back to 10.
Unreal. Unbelievable. I'm so stoked.
That's a good feeling.
Oh, man.
That's a good feeling.
Even just when you were showing the card in the video, I was just like, it was making me happy again. It looks so cool.
What a great pull. We're gonna cherish this one for a long time and absolutely not sell it.
Coming to eBay soon.
Check out our new eBay store. It's coming up soon. All right. We're going to move on to our next card.
Hey, here we go. I like this card, actually.
If you're seeing this card, then we've already put out our video where we caught him.
We might not have.
Now we're going to get to editing. Okay, let's look at that centering. Let's be really serious about it. We still didn't put it out, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Do we? Okay.
Seriously, be quiet.
Fishing for magic cards.
Yeah, we did that. Okay.
I put that out.
I think it looks pretty good. Okay.
This one,
Looking at the back, the top here is fatter than
huge.
the bottom.
Huge.
So again, the cut on the back, I
Look at the
don't know how
difference.
important relative to the cut on the front, where that
Oh,
does
that
not
price
have
difference.
that problem.
it's a box
Talking
price
about
versus a
pretty
case price.
identical, and the sides also look pretty good. I'm looking at the card, not seeing any obvious cuts or scratches. Feeling pretty good about this card. Okay. Just gonna take that closer, zoomed in look at
Cut
these
that.
corners for you.
Hopefully my phone doesn't blow up now.
Perfectly rounded.
Chat.
Yeah.
Now is there a big price difference here from a 10 to a 9?
Yes.
Sure, there's quite the drop off.
Right
That
over the
seems
corners.
to be the case with Pokemon. So the edges do look good. It's a brand new card.
Why did I put it on the other
Set.
side where there's nothing
Did
going
not
on?
look perfect in my opinion.
It's still there.
I mean, even there you can see
Yeah, you
the
can kind of see it.
fatter versus. Well, I'm gonna go that this will not get higher than a 9.
I think that's an 8.
Okay, I can. Yep, I can.
Oh, some depressing.
No faith.
No faith.
No faith.
This would be such a huge 10.
It would be disappointing if it was an 8 or a 9 like we guessed.
Oh, I'm just looking at it here, and I think at the top it says PSA 10!
Another PSA 10.
Oh, we did it again!
Oh my goodness me. We should have just guessed all 10s at this point.
Yeah, right? It should have just been a 10 video. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
It's raining 10s right now.
I'm feeling good about our situation.
Lots of cards to go.
Lots of cards to go, but that was a good feeling.
Another point for Patrick.
I wasn't correct, but I was closer, and we started those rules already. Closer to-
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a competition. We can scrap the competition at this point, right?
Nope, I'm winning.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right, let's keep moving on.
We have no idea what we're talking about, not enough experience to make these calls.
There's only one way to gain experience.
Hey,
Back to
I'm
Lorcana.
getting experience right now.
Yeah.
Aurora here, looking at that card. No scratches, no dents, not seeing anything. Looking at the back for the cut. And, I think this might be a little bit thinner than that, but nothing too crazy. The top and bottom look good.
It also just does look nice. Like, it's a nice looking card.
Great artwork.
Well, we will take a closer look
I
there.
moved the thing from my corners.
I remember it this time.
Everything's look perfect. Oh, look at that one's nice. 1 of 2. That's not perfect either.
It looks good.
I don't know what I was looking at.
So like 50% of them, that doesn't mean it's going to get a 5
I think I was
or
trying to be
10,
too analytical
Right? That
here.
just means that it might be
Feel the
closer
pressure
to
to
just
come down
knocking
on it
some
a little
points
bit.
off. If the corners were mangled, right, that's when you'd really get down there in the points. And it depends who you grade with. I know Beckett does the point system, so does some other grading
we thinking?
services, whereas PSA doesn't. I got to give a number. 8.5.
9.5.
We're off by a whole point.
I know. I think that card looks nice.
I'm passing the top.
Wow. I was so low on it. I was so low on it. Why? We only get 10s. We only get 10s.
Perfect enchanted streak. This is crazy.
I can't. Oh my goodness. 8.5? Did they mid condition?
This thing got a 10. There's another one.
Oh.
This video's crazy. How do we do so well?
Oh my gosh. We obviously are gaining experience right now, learning what these grades are going to be.
It's going to make us way too cocky in the future.
I'm only guessing 10s in the future. All right, let's keep moving on to the next card.
Okay. Let's back to our enchanteds. And we've got Maui here. We've got this card in a trade. And let's look what's going on at the back. This is one of the enchanteds that it like consistently goes up in value.
Pretty good.
Because people try to play it.
We've noticed some Wakanda cards are hard to get that. And then the front. This is a good reminder, just because we're saying we got this card in a trade. It is, when you are trading cards, if you're a collector or even just trading for fun, don't get screwed and trade for a card that's you think is good value, but actually is in terrible condition. Do some due diligence and look at the card and just make sure, you know, you're not getting something that has a terrible scratch through the middle or something like that.
Good advice.
I think when you're not trading for a card you're going to play, maybe not necessarily this level of inspection, but you want to definitely be looking at every aspect of a card if you're doing it for the collection.
Yeah. Don't waste value.
For the corners. So good.
We haven't so far.
Actually a scuff right
haven't.
there. See that right there?
Okay.
So that could just be a white mark. Maybe we can get rid of that. Maybe sand that down.
You actually think it's part of the card?
Come on, it's part of the sleeve probably, let's hope. I don't want to do too much damage here to the card. Oh, it's upside down, the sleeve. Yep, my finger just sanded it. It's all gone. I have to say a 10.
Wow, a full 10 for that.
Yep, I don't see anything wrong with
Okay. I'm
it.
nothing on my end looked bad, so if you like the corners, I'm going to give it a 10 as well.
You weren't even looking.
I was distracted.
He copied me.
Okay, double 10 bump here. 2 guesses.
But you just copied my guess. I want the point. If
No, I don't think so.
if this is a 10,
No.
I'm getting the point. There's
Sometimes you just have to believe. It's
You-
okay. What are the odds we get another enchanted 10? Let me just look at this card real quick. Oh my gosh. I want to see that real quickly.
no, they want to see that I was right
Boom.
and he just copied my guess.
Enchanted 10 again. We crushed this.
Come on. Come on.
Oh my gosh. The first chapter. All 10s.
I'm getting 1.5 points.
Absolutely not. There's no half points.
All right, it's tied. I think it's what, 4-4?
You should have guessed 11. I lost track of the score. It's just going to be on the screen somewhere.
I can't believe he just copied my guess. And there's video proof. He said I wasn't paying attention.
And yet, I still made the right call.
Oh, that hurts. All right, let's take a look at the next one. I mean, it's going to be a 10, right?
They almost all are.
Top card set 2. Trying to mix in the enchanteds here with some regular cards just for the cuts and stuff. And
Lower value than what we're used to.
A little bit. Still pretty good, though.
Don't
Yeah.
see any major cuts on one side or the other. Top and bottom. Let's look at the card, quality of the card real quick.
That.
Barely
Looks pretty
noticing
good.
the foiling, but surface looks good. I'm pretty happy with this card as well. Okay.
Yeah, we did too good of a job in our pre-screen.
Yeah, that corner's perfect. I mean, look at that corner's perfect. I'm gonna make sure to send this video into PSA with our submission, just so they know, you know, kind of that we've already looked at it. Edges look good.
Good thing we didn't do that because it's scoring way higher than we
What are you
did.
saying for
Yeah.
this one?
I'm gonna give that card 9.5.
Say 10.
Whoa, another 10.
You know, that's why
What
I
are
don't
the odds of getting that many 10s?
Probably high.
No.
Okay.
All right, so 9.5 for me.
And a 10 for me.
I mean, it's been all 10 so far. Surely, oh no.
Come on.
That is a 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, the perfect streak has ended.
Was that perfect up until this point?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So many 10s.
And this is our first 9.
It's crazy that this is a 9 on the least valuable card we graded so far.
That's a good point. Also, I told you we should have included the video so PSA could see that we already looked at it.
What if they gave us lower marks on the stuff we guessed lower on, though?
Well, just this part of the video.
All right. Well, I'll take a 9.
They can't all be 10s.
We can try.
Let's look at the next card.
By the way, it's point for me. Not $100.
It's not what we paid.
Although it has dropped in value quite a bit.
It's sitting at close to 60 now. That's the top Charizard from Obsidian Flames.
And that's kids is why you always bargain when you're trading for cards.
Yeah.
Okay. That centering is a little
We
bit
should
off.
have taken that price tag off. That looks kind of tacky.
No, we want to flex how much money we spent.
We didn't spend that.
Okay.
You just said we negotiated.
Cut is off. Right here, you can tell it's thinner than on this side. Centering's just a little bit off here. Not egregious, but it is bad. We've gotten away with that before. And the card looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Interesting. How's it cut on the back? Oh, the cut on the back's worse. Look how thick that blue line is. Look how thin that blue line is.
Oh.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad centering.
I mean, we can take a look at the corners, but that might not even earn a submission.
Well, it's in the video. It's getting submitted.
Oh, it earned a submission.
Other corners.
I don't. It's hard to say because of the shine. I'm gonna say they're all pretty. They're fairly good. A little weird cut on 2 of them, 2 of the 4, and the edges.
Look how thick that side is versus the other. That's crazy.
Yeah. Just because of the centering, you know there's going to be probably a couple scratches on the surface. It's hard to have a perfect surface. I'm going to say probably a 7.5.
I think that's our first 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess so low.
We both guessed low. We both didn't have high hopes for the card, but we still got it graded because we did it for the video.
And it came back. PSA 9.
A PSA, which is better than our guesses, so we should be happy about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it.
I think when you get all these 10s, you start to see 9s and you start to be like defeated. But really, like that's still a really good score on a card that we had it kind of going lower, and we still thought it was worth getting graded. So
I think for a lot of cards, a 9 keeps it at the value of the ungraded version, or just a little bit above. So it's not terrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think you would have submitted this without the video, or no? After we looked at the edges,
I wouldn't have submitted it if we did not do the video.
That's fair.
I don't think that's. I think when you're looking to submit cards, they have to be closer to 10s. And when we did the video, we kind of thought we're submitting most of the stuff that I think if not all of the cards.
And like we pre-screened the stuff as well, so we knew that one was a weaker
Candidate.
submission.
Yeah.
Okay,
But we did it for you guys,
and we got a 9.
and we got a 9. Better than our guesses, and I got a point.
Dang it.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to a very, very, very fun card that we pulled not too long ago when we were collecting 151. Probably one of my most favorite pulls of our whole collection.
Still
This is Charizard EX.
It was fun.
From 151.
Kind of like the story. Unfortunately, off
behind
camera. I had a UPC in hand. I was like, no, it's too expensive. You're overcharging. I'll take the ETB instead.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing was just fun. And the cut looks pretty good.
Does indeed, eh? This, now, if you all remember, this dates back, I did admit in a past video that I dropped this card.
Can't trust you with anything.
So I did admit that I dropped this card. So if I dropped it and it comes back at 10, that would be phenomenal.
Okay, surface looks pretty good. I think the surface and the cut are good.
All right. Another way for you guys at home to check the surface of the cards is to actually just have like a black light, and apparently you can get a pretty good look at the scratches and stuff. So I've seen on the interwebs
We are doing this for our enjoyment, for you to watch. There definitely is a process to doing this, using a centering tool like we're going to a little bit later on. Using a black light, because you really want to submit cards that are going to get 10s. Yeah. That's all that really matters in the grand scheme of things when it comes to these kind of cards. Older cards, 9's good.
Yeah. I have a guess, and I'm going to say 9.5.
I mean, it was dropped, right?
It was dropped.
6.
Don't do that to me, bro.
Don't do that to me, bro. A 6?
Oh gosh, I hope it doesn't come back a 6.
A 6?
Well, it is a 9.
It's a 9. The drop potentially lost it a point.
We don't know though.
But maybe not.
I think it probably is the centering is off a little bit, and the back especially.
It happens.
But 9's pretty good.
And I'm going to take a point.
I'm glad we're not doing point differential, because that 6 would have lost me like 3 points.
Yeah, that was a bad guess. I think you were just being, you were just trying to get under my skin there.
Did it work?
No. All right, let's get into the next card.
Right. Okay, Mickey Mouse, the first ever enchanted we got. You bought from a blister?
A blister pack from Toys R Us.
Oh my gosh. We opened it. You're watching this from the States. Toys R Us doesn't even exist anymore for you.
Wild.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Too bad for you, because we got all the enchanteds now.
Okay, you know what? That cut looks pretty good. I am actually very happy with the back of this card in terms of the centering. And I'm pretty happy with the front of the card in terms of the centering. Our first ever enchanted. Looks good. I mean, that's a little bit on the sleeve there. That's an indentation. That's fine. That's not the card.
We're also not professional YouTubers, so we're not good at holding suspense, as you see Elsa sitting there next to be graded.
No? Just call me out in front of everybody. Yeah, that Mickey card looks fantastic.
Looks what?
Fucking fantastic. Don't leave us in suspense. What are the corners? How are they?
All the corners are perfect.
All the corners are perfect.
I'm looking for something wrong with the card.
He can't find it, folks.
Jason?
Yep.
I think we're about to own a 10.
That's 10.
Mickey Mouse.
That's my guess as well.
Graded.
Couldn't find anything wrong with it.
Wow.
Okay, we had a couple 9s. We'll get that out of the system. We're back on the 10 streak. I guess 10, you guess 10. We're both getting a point here because...
Fist bump for 10s.
Fist bump for 10s. Show us the card.
PSA 10!
A PSA 10.
Another chapter 1, like first chapter, Lorcana Enchanted.
This one feels good because we pulled it out of a blister. It was a totally random idea to buy these blisters, and to get an enchanted and to get a PSA 10 just feels so good. Yes.
It's unreal. Like, it's just another one.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
We're going into our last card.
So sick.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The Elsa that you saw on the table. That wasn't, we're not good at the spoilers, but we're going to hold the suspense here. We have Elsa coming our way.
You know what? Let's hold the suspense a little bit, and let's show you some other cards we got graded in the last couple weeks.
Okay.
So before, as we explained earlier, kind of some cards got cut from the submission list, and some got added. We made some trades and stuff, so we got some cool stuff to show you. First, for participating in Chicago's Lorcana DLC, I got a Dragonfire, which came back a PSA 10.
Nice.
Pass it off to you.
Wow. These.
We also made another trade for a Genie Enchanted Chapter 1, which came back a PSA 10. Look at that. This is cool. It'll be hard to see here. Maybe in the close-up we can show you. But this is the 2-sword version. You can see the shadow of the sword on the little guard dude being magicked away. So really cool there. That's a little bit of a even rarer version. big in the Lorcana scene. I managed to get this off one of the casters from the DLCs. He traded me a Surfer Stitch Enchanted, which also we sent off and came back a 10. I don't know if you're keeping track here, but every single first chapter card we've sent off get graded, except for Elsa, which we don't know yet, has come back a PSA 10.
That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. That is huge.
Now, we also made a video about how I won a bunch of store championships. Mm-hmm. I did submit 3 of the 4 Stitch Rockstars for grading. 1 I traded for a painting. That's a different story.
Pretty cool.
And 1 of those 3 came back PSA 10.
Nice.
So I feel like this might be one of the rarest cards in our collection.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome.
All right.
All right. And the suspense.
Let's find out what happened with Elsa.
Let's see what we guessed.
The most valuable card we've pulled since we started collecting.
Can't even believe we have this card. How have we not sold it yet?
Oh my gosh. I got a call. I was in bed. And this was when it was hard to get set 1. And I got a text from a coworker. And he was like, hey, Walmart has blisters right now. I was like, man, I don't want to go get up out of bed. I did anyways. Drove myself down to Walmart, picked up 8 blisters, put them back, grabbed 8 blisters from the middle because I had a good feeling about the middle. And this was the first pack I opened from those 8 blisters
wild.
in the car. That's where superstitions come from.
That's wild.
It wasn't on film. The thing we're doing is putting it on film.
Look at this card. This card is just pure flex.
How much is that card retailing for right now?
$1,300.
And if it was to grade a PSA 10,
$4,500.
4,500.
It's way lower now.
You
get a 10. And you can be one of the few.
Well, what's the consensus?
Ever-changing
here?
market.
Well, consensus. It'll go right back now up. is This card looks pretty freaking good. Centering on the back, good. Centering on the front, hard to tell always.
You're a connoisseur.
Anything on the surface that would make me worry. Look at the foiling. Just the wisps of winter kind of. That's such a pretty card. I don't know.
That's going to be that's a big one. Like we said, that is the
We are gonna take
Charizard
this
of Disney.
here. This is why we've got the zoom.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it, yeah. Just a tiny bit off.
A little notch.
So one other thing
pretty
to
good.
note, if you get 3 out of 4 10s in categories, and the last one's a 9.5, it grades a 10, just not a perfect 10. And there is a difference between 10s all across the board and 9.5s in the 310 range. How are the corners?
The corners look okay. Not perfect.
Interesting.
The edges, you know, it looks like this card was pulled in a car.
But not dropped.
9.5.
10. I'm manifesting the 10 for this card. I want it to happen, so it's gonna happen.
I'm putting that in a sleeve right away.
Yep. This was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Okay. 9.5 for you.
I guess 9.5. You're the hero guessing a 10. We did submit with PSA, so the 9.5 isn't even possible. Oh, what did we get? Break the suspense.
That is a PSA 10 Elsa first chapter.
That's a PSA 10! We got a PSA 10!
Yes, we did.
Oh.
It's crazy. We did it. Like, that's nuts. This is unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, I am literally shaking holding this card. I'm making my hand shake, by the way. We're showing you this card. That is incredible. PSA 10 Elsa. This is the cream of the crop.
It's the gem of our collection.
This is it. This is what, this is 25 years down the road. This was going to sell for over $100,000.
I'll take it.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, we had great success. I think my brother came out the winner, but we will tally up the scores for our guesses.
They already know it's up on the board.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't been keeping track.
Me neither.
All right. Thanks again for watching. We look forward to grading more cards in the future, and I think this is putting us up for success. We got to do this every time.
How do we get so many 10s?
I don't know.
How do we get so many 10s?
I don't know, but we got to do it again.
We gotta do it again. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see more of an Elsa as a PSA 10.